Hello everyone. We hope the first Climate Change Assembly went well. We've been learning about climate change and why it is happening.
In November we got our second investigator mission in the post. First we worked together to create giant community maps of the areas we live to show the impact of climate change on them.
We interviewed members of our community to help us understand what changes they have seen as a result of climate change, good or bad.
I interviewed a local crofter and he said that erosion and flooding makes crofting very difficult. He told me that he uses natural fertiliser such as seaweed and tries to rotate his crops to protect the soil.
Fishermen fish sustainably and don't overfish. Crofters use natural products which are better for the environment, and there are large wind turbines in our community for renewable energy.
I interviewed my grandpa, who has seen lots of the effects of the changing weather in the island. He always does his best by using low energy light bulbs and by recycling. He thinks that we should have solar powered street lights. Recycling should be made easier. There should be better public transport to reduce car usage. There should be more funding from the government to tackle climate change.
I interviewed my teacher at school about the impacts of climate change. He thinks we should be promoting public transport more, and that teachers have a responsibility to be teaching children about climate change and how it is affecting our lives.
We can see from what's happening in our own communities that climate change is already affecting everyone in very different ways depending on where we live in Scotland.
Flooding affects us, and I'm sure it affects lots of other children's communities, because a few years ago our local area flooded and around town flooded, and if that happens again it would be quite bad.
Where I live, we're on an island which is surrounded by water, so there's a lot of flooding and the weather is getting unpredictable.
They're cutting down trees and putting rubbish in the pond. That means the ducks and swans are eating stuff out there.
Well, I don't like walking to school and seeing trash and plastic that's not biodegradable, and it just really annoys me and it makes me sad. And I don't want my start of the day to start out sad.
People in the mainland are also seeing change. It is getting hotter, which means that more things are getting destroyed and it isn't really helping.
It's not fair as everyone has the right to live in a safe environment. Also, it is important to us that our environment is clean, respected and nature friendly. Many children know that to really tackle climate change in Scotland, bigger changes need to happen too.
And right now we're not doing enough.
I think Scotland's not doing enough as we could. I think we could do a little bit more work together.
We need to actually make action. It's usually the children that say when action needs to be done.
What kind of Scotland do children want for the future?
Well, I think that children would like a cleaner Scotland where we stop deforestation and we have less rubbish about.
I think we need to have cleaner environments, and we should do more wind farms and solar panels to make renewable energy.
The electrical cars, not to have gas in the air, no pollution, and the nature being nice and brighter and just better.
I think they would like one with just renewable energy, not burning any fossil fuels.
I might want to live here when I'm older, and if half the islands are submerged, it won't really work out.
I want a Scotland in the future to be suitable for all generations ahead of us.
We'll see you next year in 2021 for our next investigation update.
Bye from all of us at Children's Parliament.